videos. You will get some later afternoon videos. You will get some vlogs. You will get different things from Toccara. So you're gonna get all around, all across the board, different times as far as videos goes. Like I said, so many things happen behind the scenes. Sometimes life happens. You know, we all got lives on the screen, off the screen. So please don't ever have me on schedule as far as when I'm gonna be on. I come on when I have the time to come on, and when I don't, I don't, and that should it always be respected because I respect other YouTubers on their time as well, like YouTubers on their time as well. So I would like that same respect when it comes to my time as far as, I'm always get video and content out, but sometimes I just won't put it out, certain times, certain days, for whatever reason. If life is life, that's the way it has to be. But anyway, thank you for joining me on my channel today. And thank you, first and foremost, God answers universe. First and foremost, thank you to my subscribers, comments, likes, shares, everything in between. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. When y'all see me doing that, y'all should know there's notifications coming in and stuff like that. Um, I am using my phone. I will upgrade to a camera when I'm ready. Y'all know, like I said, anybody who's not a YouTuber or, any type of, y'all know how we got to start out and then go. So, yes, I am using my phone right now, but I will upgrade as time goes on, and y'all already know that whole story or whatever. Anyway, let me get to this topic, though. I said, let me bring this to my YouTube channel because I want my audience to tell me how they feel about this as well. And happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy beginning of the work week. I'm going to make that money, boo, and, stay stress-free and all that good stuff. But yeah, today's topic is about critics and what's really going on behind the scene with some of this, with some of the, like, shows, the TV shows, and the difference between them and, etc. What I mean by that is, over the weekend I was watching this show on a certain app. Y'all know I don't do certain names, certain things because, like I said, as far as copyright reasons, so forth. So I learned, I'm a new YouTuber, so I learned what I can say, what I can't as far as copyright and stuff. I'm just not gonna, say certain things. What I will say, I believe I can say the name of the show. I just can't say the network that is on or the app that is on. But the show that I was watching was called The Baby Reindeer or something like that. And it was or Baby Reindeer, something like that, and it was different. I will say that. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of it, but I'm not gonna say I just didn't like it. But it was a very different show. I will say that it dealt with stalking. It dealt with a lot of sexual abuse, and it dealt with a lot of drugs. And I'm not talking about marijuana. I'm talking about some hardcore drugs. Even GHB was mentioned, I think, or something like that. It was a lot. Snorting, drugs is drugs. I mean, you got to watch the show to understand what I'm talking about. Just a lot of drugs. You're gonna be like, damn, okay. My thing is, I have heard critics in the past, or certain people in the past, on different platforms and different things talk about P Valley, that show P Valley. And how it was so aggressive, it was so sexual in nature. Two men kissing, we shouldn't have to see that. They was talking about it's too sexual in nature. It's about strippers, and it was just too, it was just too, aggressive. It was just too sexual. The sexual scenes was too graphic. It's just too much that we don't want to expose America to, and our culture too, and especially the kids and all of this. They had so much to say about P Valley and just how so strong in nature it was as far as exposing, as far as marijuana, what they did with that, as far as putting it in certain, the wings and stuff, or smoking it or whatever. As far as just, like I said, they was definitely on a sexual in nature scenes between, the two guys in there and stuff like that, and just, it was too much. It was too aggressive. It was, the sexual scenes was too much, and it was just too much. Whatever. That's what critics says. That's not Tocara's opinion because I love the show. And any season they put out, I'm gonna be front and center to support the show. So that was not my opinion. Let me just, I'm gonna clear that up. I love P Valley. Will always love P Valley. And a big shout out to the whole cast of P Valley. All of y'all do a phenomenal job, and I know y'all been trying to get season 3 out, and there's been so much going on behind the scenes. Trust me, I know as far as behind the scenes, You know, what can happen why you can't do what you got, what you could do, what you got to do sometimes. So we shout out to all of you guys, you know what I'm saying? And I know some of the people out there were so impatient with you guys and had so much smart stuff to say out their mouth towards you guys. But listen, I respect y'all. I love y'all. And whenever y'all put this season 3 out, we ready. That's it. Whoever else got something smart to say or something, careless to say, that's dumb. They don't matter. We here. We will wait as long as we got to wait. Because like I said, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that, trust me, is understood over here. I can't speak for everybody. But let me get back to this topic. A lot of critics out there had a lot to say about P Valley, the sexual strong nature, the drugs, the violence, as far as gun violence, as far they just had the strip club, the fighting scenes. They had so much to say about P Valley. I watched the Baby Reindeer over the weekend on a certain app. All you gotta do is Google it. I'm not gonna say the app. I'm like, well, damn. No disrespect. I'm talking about all kind of drugs. Not just marijuana. I'm talking about all kinds of drugs. Even GHB, I think, was mentioned. And I think that's a date rape drug or something like that. Stalking, like cursing, foul language, whatever. Sexual in nature. Sexual assault. I mean, it was a lot going on in the show. And I'm like, hold up. So it's okay to criticize a show like P Valley for men kissing and fighting scenes in a club and marijuana use or cooking with marijuana and just the sexual scenes in P Valley and all this other stuff. But a show like The Baby Rain Day that's perfectly fine to show America. America should open arms to a show like that. I'm like, the only thing that sets the two shows apart is the race of the people that's involved with the cast. In P Valley, I know it's more African American. I think some biracial, maybe some Spanish people was in there. I think I saw a Chinese girl. I'm not sure, but it was definitely mixed race in there. Definitely mixed race, even Indian, whatever. In this show, it was more Caucasian. It was probably one black girl the whole show or whatever like that. So I'm like, the only thing that set these two shows apart was the race, was the pigment of the skin color, the race. So these critics that turn around and say that P Valley isn't a show that should be exposed to America, that shouldn't represent, American TV and we were watching of today, and it shouldn't be, exposed to our, and I agree with the whole don't expose to the children because you should be a certain age before you're allowed to watch certain things. But my God, y'all put a show out like the Baby Reindeer and make it seem like it's the hottest show of the year, it's the hottest show on the app, it's the hottest show of the summer, and make it seem like, oh, if you don't watch this show, you underneath a rock. You don't know what's going on with the latest. You ain't up on it. Y'all make it seem like it's the hottest show of all time, damn near. But the P Valley show is just, oh, that's violence, that's gang members, that's drug use, that's too sexual in nature, that's teaching our kids in our society, it's okay to sleep with men and all. I'm like, hold up. The only thing that separates these two shows is the pigment of the skin color, is the race. So I don't get what's going on with the critics out there that's judging these shows or that's watching these shows. Y'all big up, y'all giving all the props to this new show on this app, and it's dealing with the same type of, if not worse, if not worse. I'm talking about drugs. I'm talking about sexual assaults. This guy in this show claimed that he was sexual assault. It's a show. Let me just put, it's not facts. Nothing really happens to nobody. It's all TV. It's television. But the guy on the show was on the Baby Radio was saying, oh, he was drugged, he was sexually assaulted, all this other stuff. Kept going back to the guy who did it. Kept going back to him. Claimed he was, and I was like, what? I was like, what? I'm like, P Valley ain't even deal with nothing like that. P Valley dealt with depression, alcoholism. I believe some drug use, but I'm not sure. But I think it was just basically marijuana. They dealt with politics issues. They dealt with, the club getting shut down or whatever. They dealt with certain things. But I'm like, this show dealt with some crazy, I'm talking about stalking, drug use that wasn't just marijuana, sexual assault. I'm talking about this show dealt with some, even the father on the Baby Reindeer. That's the name of the show. That's the name of the show. And I'm talking about the Baby Reindeer. You got to look it up on the app. You got to look it up on Google. I'm not saying what app that's on. I'm not saying that because of copyright purposes. But y'all look, if y'all watch the show or whatever, the people who watched it, even his father said something about the Catholic Church. He was raised there and what, trying to, and what happened to him or whatever like that. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, the only thing that separates these two shows, skin color. So for the critics out there that got so much to say about P-Valley and the violence and the sexual content and being so strong and the drug use and the gang stuff and all the stuff that y'all was talking about, the guns, all of that. Y'all watch this other show on this other app, with all of this going on in this show, from stalking, drug use that was not just marijuana, GHB, a date rape drug, and everything else, on top of sexual assault, and y'all just praise this goddamn movie, this show. Sorry, y'all praise this show like this was the hottest thing since sliced bread. This was the hottest thing. So I'm like, what's really going on? And why was a show like P-Valley represented in a way where, America should be exposed to that, and that shouldn't be an American show, and that shouldn't be something that you should be able to turn your TV on and see. But this show, this Baby Reindeer show, is like the hottest things, like I said, since hotcakes or pancakes, whatever you call them. They call them hotcakes in the South. The only difference is, like I said, is the skin color. So you tell me, what's going on with the critics? Do we have some racist critics in the building? Do we have people that's doing these critics for for these movies or for these shows? What's going on? Because the only thing that separates these two shows is the pigment of a skin color. But it's both dealt with drug use, it both dealt with sexual scenes, graphic sexual scenes. They both dealt with some stuff. And like I said, the only drug that you saw in P-Valley was marijuana. Okay. And this other one, it was a lot other stuff going on. Okay. From I think it was methamphetamine. Listen, it was some other drugs going on. So my question is to the critics, what's really going on with y'all? And is it a race issue? Is it because P-Valley dealt with just African American, Latino, like I said, a little Asian? Was it just because it was like, color of pigment? Why y'all felt P-Valley was just such a horrible show? It wasn't an American show to watch? Because the Baby Reindeer was worse, if you ask me, in content, as far as sexual content, as far as stalking, sexual assaults, and drugs that was way beyond marijuana. Baby, I'm blinking because I want to say some other things that we can't say as YouTubers. Like, so to my critics out there, what's up? Y'all need to be fair. And y'all better not turn it into a race issue while y'all really mad at P-Valley, or while y'all really wanted that show taken off the air, or while y'all really had so much controversy behind that show. And I know it was a writer's, oh God, the word is there. I hate when the word is there and it won't. It was they walked off the job. Yeah, basically, yeah, the writers, they was mad at them, whatever. They stopped writing for the cast, whatever. But yeah, so I understand that part of why P-Valley stopped. But besides that, all these critics that were saying that P-Valley was just like this show that represented the wrong thing as far as America goes, I was like, the Baby Reindeer didn't exactly represent America right. And the only thing that was different was the races of the two shows, the cast of the two shows. So, like I said, once again, and if I'm not mistaken, I didn't see any sexual assault going on in P-Valley. And even if a scene does come about of that, after seeing the Baby Reindeer, you really can't even get in your feelings about that. So hopefully, like I said, the critics out there, y'all not making it more of a race issue And y'all really, y'all really watching these shows and y'all really giving y'all true opinions on these shows. Because like I said, if you watch the P-Valley and you watch the Baby Reindeer, honey, and if you could come out that room saying, oh my God, P-Valley is too graphic, it's men kissing, and it's drug use, and oh my God. But the Baby Reindeer, oh yeah, oh, I can see America watching that. And that could be an Americanized, that could be a show that we can sit down with our kids and watch. What show was you watching? And what show did I just watch over the week? Like, baby. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Like, and like I said, you have to watch both shows to understand what I'm saying. You have to watch both shows to understand exactly the comparison of the two shows. Now, I will admit there was no strippers or a strip club in the Baby Reindeer, that particular show. There was a bar, there was some drinking or whatever, but it wasn't no strippers. That like I said, that I can recall. It wasn't no strippers or nothing like that, but that was it. Anything else, the similarities, I'm like, and it wasn't no stalking and no sexual assaults in P Valley. And there was no drugs going on as far as higher than, I think, marijuana. I think there was some things going on with pills with P Valley. I'm not sure. I'm just saying there was definitely, yeah. I don't know, but all I'm saying is you put critics in a room and you ask them to watch P Valley, you ask them to watch the Baby Reindeer. Come on, baby. You can't say one don't represent America or one shouldn't be shown. It's not the American show that people should be watching and stuff like that. And then talk about another show and be like, oh yeah, this is very a show that people should be tuned into every week and they should watch with their kids and they should no. You can't downplay one show because of a race issue to me, and then upgrade another, or brag about another show and say, oh, this is the American show. No, no, something with the critics is going on. Something with the movie critics, the TV show critics is going on. Something is going on. Y'all need to be exposed because y'all can watch both shows, the similarities and the non-similarities, and you can say, well, damn. Okay. No critic should have walked out that room and try to make one show seem worse than the other, or no. If you go watch the Baby Reindeer, y'all should be able to deal with P Valley being up on y'all TVs every I think every Thursday it came on or something like that, or every listen. We should be able to watch that and enjoy that too without no type of negative energy, without no type of critics talking about something, oh my God, it's too violent. Oh, it's too sexual in nature. Oh, it's too this. We adults. I'm not saying let your children watch that show, ever. Either shows. Honey, if your children should not be watching P Valley, they should definitely not be watching the Baby Reindeer. Adults. Certain adults, if you want to keep it a 1,000,000,000,000%, as I always say, I always go above 1,000,000,000. You want to keep it 1,000,000,000,000. Some adults shouldn't be watching the Baby Reindeer. It should be a trigger. It should be a warning about triggers. You could watch that and something could trigger you. If you ever been sexually assaulted, Catholic church, non-Catholic churches, whatever. If you ever been sexually assaulted and you go to watch that show can trigger some things. Not saying that like P Valley can't, but I watched P Valley and I wasn't triggered by nothing. And I mean I could be honest with you. I watched the Baby Reindeer, and I wasn't triggered by anything. But I could see how some people can be triggered by a show like the Baby Reindeer. You watch that show, you like, damn. I could see how some people could be triggered by something like that. And they use the R word. During his stand-up comedy on that show, he used the R word. You gotta watch the show to understand what I'm saying. And watch both. Watch P Valley, watch the Baby Reindeer. You gotta watch it. And my thing is, nobody should ever be coming down on P Valley. Nobody should ever be talking negative about P Valley. Nobody should be able, no critic, nobody. And you can watch the show like the Baby Reindeer and come out there like, oh yeah, America can watch that. That's fine. That's cool. We can watch. I can see that. That show will be like watching, Seinfeld, or that show could be like watching. Don't play with me. Don't, like I said, don't drag one show through the mud and make it seem one way, and then put a show that's, like I said, if you want to be truthful, worse in nature, up here, and put it on a pedestal and say, oh yeah, we could see that. We could see ourselves watching that every week. Don't play with me. If a show like The Baby Reindeer could air every week on that app, P Valley should be able to air every week on their app or whatever network they on. Don't play with me. No critic out there should feel any kind of way. Because like I said, the only thing is the difference is the skin color, is the race. And y'all need to keep it 1,000,000%. The only difference between the two shows. And like I said, P Valley don't deal with stalking, and they don't deal with sexual assault. And besides, like I said, marijuana, and I believe, like I said, I think it was some pills involved with P Valley. It don't deal with that other stuff that was in that other show. Now, I'm not bashing the other show. I'm not bashing The Baby Reindeer. If you want to watch that show, listen, watch it. This is not, I told you, my YouTube do not bash anything. I don't come to my platform to bash anything. What I'm saying is don't do negativity when it comes to P Valley. And they put this other show, like The Baby Reindeer, on a pedestal and be like, oh yeah, that's an American show that we, that represents America. Don't play with me. And I'm going to leave it right there. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful week. I know it's the start of the week. Have a blessed week. Don't let nothing get under your skin. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, watch both shows. Watch both shows. Watch both shows. And you definitely, after you watch both shows, it's going to be some comments underneath this video like, yo, T, you was right. I know. I know. I know. But just watch both shows. All right. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. Morning. Who is that? Big Cat? Big Cat. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good afternoon and good night. But let me get out of here. Like I said, I got to go. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, stay focused. And yeah, as I always say at the end of my videos now, peace from a nerd. I'm out. Later. Bye.